show. Said, alright, just give me all the details, man. And my homie says he don't know. Well, if you're gonna pay me big bucks, cause I should have something to say. He said, you know what I bring, I'm the customizing king, nothing else matters anyway. So is he gonna have guests? Is he gonna go live? What time will it be? What will you see? I'm pretty much in the dark, but I can guarantee he'll be customizing action figures, getting paint all on his fingers. It's art by Akerman. It's art by Akerman. Tips and tricks and conversation, sharing his gift with every nation. It's art by Akerman. Art by Akerman. You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Akerman.
That's right, folks. You're not on the wrong channel. This is the Clubhouse, but this is the Akerman takeover of the Clubhouse. I'll let some of the regular folks jump on for just a second, but then it's going to be all me.
I can't hear you.
Here we go.
Curtis, can you hear me?
Oh, hey, I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Can you hear me? Oh,
all right. Now I can hear. I'm signing autographs as we speak.
Gotcha.
Big time YouTuber here. I didn't hear anything you were just bitching about.
I was not bitching. Just telling everybody that I'm taking over the channel for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they actually have some good content to look forward to for a Saturday. Yeah. So
I told Bud to get a slideshow ready for you. So by the way, we got War Chest full of toys live here at Joe Fest.
We probably could see him if you actually had your phone, right, instead
I'm
of
trying to do my best here. Okay.
There you go.
There we go. War Chest, say hello to everybody.
What's up, viewers?
There you go. What's going on, people?
Oh, you just started?
So far, yeah, we just started. We just started.
Right.
Yeah. Crash is asking me where we're at. I got to tell him real quick. Outside front lobby.
Matt says don't sign over his pick in the book. So.
Oh, I probably did. I don't care.
Yeah. Greg says what you're saying is going to be a more entertaining shower. Hey, man, if that helps you shower.
However it's going to feel for you, Greg. We're here for you, buddy. We're here for you.
Yeah, just make sure you get that undercarriage real good.
And if you guys didn't see it, you should go check out tonight's episode of Purple Gang Gang. You get a really good view of my crotch. It was pretty cool.
There you go. That might help Greg shower. We got some
other Clubhouse alum. We have the incredible Mega J Retro here. Say hi.
I didn't do it.
As well as we also have the GOAT.
The GOAT, the greatest of all time.
The winner of Joe Fest 2025 photo contest, Emerald Night Photos. John is here with us. Guys, got to check out Geeked Out Click. They go live every Tuesday evening.
Yep. Yes, they do.
Go check it out. Hang out with the guys. See what's going on. Guys, we have a special T-shirt that we're wearing here.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a quick? Jay, I heard you getting called away. So Delta 17, you guys know them. You love them. Here in force at Joe Fest. If anybody's in the area and they haven't stopped by the booth yet, you better swing by to go, see everybody at Delta 17 and pick up some new O-ring hotness.
Yeah, and tell them to make some purple stuff.
Make some purple stuff. We're trying to gear a little bit of purpleness.
Oh, hey, I got purple here too, guys.
Look, we got purple all over the place here tonight. We got Stanley Everhart folks hanging out with us. John, we're rocking purple all over Joe Fest. We're spreading the purple love, baby. It's wholesome. It's wholesome.
All of a sudden, I find out, sign check.
Oh, we got some more purple coming our way. We got some more purple coming.
Yeah, but I'm always silver and black, though. Silver and black.
That's true. Silver and black Raiders guy.
Raiders. There you go. Just win, baby.
So, whoa, look at this.
Hey, Jordan.
We got some more live.
Hey, and I'm with a Barriego.
A bear.
Whoa.
First time on Clubhouse.
Jordan, teach us how to hold his camera.
That's right. We're doing our best. We're doing our best here. That's right. Mark that timestamp.
Jordan, tell him, turn it sideways.
All right, yeah, we'll turn it sideways. It's just all.
There we go.
Now you can see us all out here. A whole bunch
Look at that.
hooligans. I like to do it sideways. I mean, what? Yeah, it's just better. Slides in more. It's good. It's good stuffs. I hope everybody's having fun tonight. It was a little tough trying to find somebody who could take over the Clubhouse and do this. And Curtis, the gauntlet bearer, All right. The Choo Choo said, you know what? I got this. I'm going to run a train all over Clubhouse tonight. And he grabbed it tight, and he's running with it.
I don't know that I said any of that, but appreciate it.
I'm on the DL with a CL.
Whoa.
So, yeah, if you're in the sports, DL, disabled list. CL, clitoral laceration.
Whoa. Man, this is a family show.
It's a Russian hockey term for pussy.
Off the rails.
He's already in picking as much as we can go. Guys, I hope you're having a blast and enjoying us making an ass of ourselves out here, because I've got like 7% left on this phone before it dies and we lose you. I did send the link out to several of the Clubhouse alum. I'm not sure who's going to be showing up. I will definitely. The same thing happened to me. Ward just walks up to me right as we're about to go live, and he's like, Oz, I want you to sign this. I'm like, all right, I'll never get used to signing autographs. It's crazy. Oh, wait, Jordan, hero of the day here.
Mega J, sign my tits.
Wow.
It was glorious.
It just happened again. I saw it.
It was glorious.
All right, I'm trying to do this while holding a smoke here. But Jordan pulling through in the pitch. See. If we can, I don't know if it's charging. Yeah, no, I should be charging here. Yeah, it's charging. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. All right. So we got some battery power. Hopefully we'll build up some charge here so we can do this with our good friend. I know I tried to send it out to our good friends Alan, John, Collecting Brothers, Josh's AI. I know Adam's around here somewhere. He's probably going to be joining us. Ed said he was going to join us. I see a couple of the other guys in there. So once I'm out of the cigarette, we might go in, but it's going to be really loud, and I'm not going to be able to hear isn't it?
Well, if you see Tony, tell him that I still need to get with him on how they do that. So
I'm checking right now. See Ed, and I see a Punk. All right, you know what? Yeah, let's go inside and say hey to those guys, and I'll probably see if I can find Tony while I'm at it.
All right. Well, I mean, if you show Punk, we'll get like at least double of the viewers. So
yeah, like all two of them.
Yeah. So
hold on a sec here. Let's make the round, see if we can find some people Clubhouse viewers are familiar with. There's a Retro Blastings over there somewhere.
Nice.
All right,
nice.
hold on a second. We got Clubhouse the Mobile. Darren, can you tell everybody what you're wearing out of the Awesome Verse collection here?
This was a fancy little design that I picked up last year. I modeled it out on the Joe Fest runway. This is the turquoise Nostradamus Clubhouse exclusive. Just displaying it down here at Joe Fest for everyone to see. So go over to the Oz store. You can pick one of these up
As soon as I set it back up again.
It's
been a year.
You can pick one up.
We got Ed.
How long they been streaming for?
Like 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes.
What's up, motherfuckers?
There we go. Yeah, we were good enough. We were in the clear. And then we gotta bring this down here a little bit.
Oh, wait. The viewer count just went up. Holy cow. Look at all the viewer count.
I can't hear you.
Crazy.
It's insane. It's crazy. It's just like Clubhouse Live all over the place tonight.
Like Sherlock,
nuts.
somebody tried jumping on and it was like, I don't have any sounds.
Yeah, basically. I'm just walking around doing the rounds. Look, we got a high Punk on the screen. Nolan making us Official Toy 2. Official Toy 2.
Bro over here too.
So many people watching now.
Over there. Hold on. Try to get on camera. Give him the slow flex. Give him the slow flex. There it is. If you're in California and you need a personal trainer, we got him.
The bar closes and the gun's over.
There you go. You heard it. Oh, wait. You were asking about Tony, Curtis. Hold on. Tony, come say hi live to the Clubhouse. Curtis Akerman here.
Hey, live.
What's up, man?
Joe Fest 2025. We're back in effect at Joe Fest. Clubhouse, baby. Clubhouse rock. Clubhouse in the house.
Curtis wants to know when are you gonna how they do that on Art by Akerman.
Whenever you're ready, bro. I'm ready
hey,
whenever
man, I'm
you
good
want.
all
Let's
the
do it.
time. All right.
So, whenever you're ready, you heard it. I'm going to attempt to head back outside where I can actually hear.
Oh, looks like Alan's in the chat now.
We got
headed
Alan
home
in the
from
chat.
Monster Camp. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. He's
We got K-Roll here too.
K-Roll in the house.
Oh, look who just joined us. We got Dusty Standiford here.
There we go. Dusty's going to help out. First time on Clubhouse. Oh, wait a minute. See, as soon as I come out, now I see another Clubhouse alum here real quick. Hold on. All right, so we got Adam from Go Figure on Clubhouse, as well as this familiar face. We got Ken Poe.
Nice.
It's blurry. Are we on Gang Gang or are we on Curtis?
It's not blurry. You're just seeing it blurry.
This is
This is the Clubhouse.
House by Akerman, because Curtis is taking over the Clubhouse. He even laid up a special intro.
Is it a hostile takeover?
Not really. We gave him permission. It's cool.
Yeah, it's hostile takeover.
But yeah, guys, we're all here hanging out, having a blast.
Having a blast. It's been the financially worst Joe Fest for me, but also the best one. So
I was going to steal that line, but he said it first. So
it's been great.
repeat part two. He's Canadian. I'm Canadian. We think the same.
Yeah, we have to stay deep and deep in our brain.
There we go. There we
Very
go.
nice.
All right, so I'm going to head outside where we can actually hear them a little bit more. But guys, thank you for jumping on, brothers. Challenging when you don't have a proper setup in a private room. Woo. All right, so it's hot as balls out here right now. Definitely muggy and humid, like being in a sack. But yeah, at least out here I can hear everybody.
All right.
So I'm gonna go do my usual bit.
Have you picked anything up down there, Oz?
I may have picked up a certain Smilodon from Creative Beast Studios.
Oh wow!
All in black. So there's a certain Mephitor that got a new mount this weekend.
Gotcha. I heard they had a purple dinosaur there.
They got all kinds. And Barney's hanging out over at Creative Beast Studio right now. Purple and green, baby. You know how it goes.
That's cool.
Dusty, how you doing tonight, man? Thank you for jumping on with our man Curtis.
Hey, yeah, no problem, man. I saw him. He said he was drowning, so I thought I'd throw him a life raft.
I just wanted to come on here and ask you how it is to get in the blockies now that Blake got you the itch.
Damn Blake and his
you
Blake.
Dove in head first, huh?
Yeah. And I was just like, these are like $32. I'm just going to order them all.
There you go.
Get it over with.
Get those blockies, man.
Love it.
They do.
I got
good.
the little ones,
Yeah.
the little Defender ones.
Yeah, I was looking at those today. I was thinking about pulling the trigger, but took my car in for an oil change yesterday, and they hit me with the, hey, by the way, you need new brakes. So,
gotta love that one, right?
Yeah.
Gotta love that.
I probably shouldn't have spent that money. I just bought $700 worth of outdoor furniture. So.
Oh, nice. That sounds like fun.
Oh yeah.
Furniture. Who needs that stuff?
Right.
Exactly.
Take up all the boxes and sit on your toy boxes outside. That's all you need.
It has to be a hell of a box for me to sit on.
Just a couple of them. You tape them up all together.
Make a throne out of it.
That's right. That's right.
I know Blake's got enough boxes. Holy moly!
Just for what he bought this past week.
Yeah, that's just 1 week's worth.
That's just yeah. That's nothing. He's putting in new dining room tables, chairs, whole dining room sets off of weekly buys. I've seen it.
Did you get to see the Fresh Monkey Fiction table, or the what are they calling it? Big Bad Workshop. Did you see their table?
Workshop, where they're revealing cops. What? Revealing cops and crooks this weekend, man, baby. Ooh. And it is fine. It is fine.
And it's already up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store.
That's
$39.99.
And look at the soft goods trench coat on this guy.
Yep.
Woo.
And if you look, they have some cops and crooks stuff already in stock. That kind of remind me of little blockies.
Yeah, they don't move, but yeah.
Yeah. They're like little PVC figures.
Exactly. But there's been a lot of cool stuff revealed here. We got a nice special reveal from our friends. You may have heard of them, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom.
Yeah, walk.
And yeah, they revealed Human Pale and Human Blight this weekend. What? I thought they were all animals. Well, if you read the comics, which I highly recommend picking up, it's been teased since the beginning. They're all evolved humans, is what's kind of happened here, like a forced evolution. And now we're going to get some human forms of these absolutely amazing characters, which, again, it's like I don't look at AWOC for human figures, but I'm still cool to find her, look at that articulation with those figures. And
yeah, what's weird is like the three of us on screen are really like unevolved humans.
Right,
So,
right. Very unevolved, very cavemen. Very cavemen.
Neanderthal even, for sure.
And we've got the progenitor of Delta 17 with us live here, the man who makes it happen.
Nice.
Steve with us.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hanging out, making big sales this weekend.
We're doing fantastic because we heard you're putting purple in the line.
Everything's going to be purple, man. Purple. Purple and green.
What you didn't see is he's got his fingers crossed behind his back, guys.
That's right.
Break him, Oz. Break his fingers.
There we go. That'll get it to work. But Steve can confirm I was trying to hold a coup at the Delta 17 booth to have everybody wear a dress code of purple today.
Yeah.
And he put the quash on that and said if everybody wore purple, they were fired.
That's right.
Wow.
He did. He quashed it for us, guys. But
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm still campaigning for like 90s hot neon colors in Delta 17, and he's just gonna keep telling me to go fuck myself. So I'm getting pretty good at it by now, though.
It's true.
That's right.
I mean,
Motu
who
Princess
knows
and
yourself
Mega J
better
in the
than yourself?
background.
So
We're surrounded by legends everywhere you look around here tonight,
yeah, like
and
Legend Daddies.
it's an incredible. Yeah, all legend daddies everywhere,
Nice.
everywhere you look.
So much leather.
Everywhere you look, legend daddies rise. Oh wait, we might get in a little trouble for that one. It was a little too close to home. So, all right, guys.
Has Drunken Master Ken made an appearance yet?
Oh yeah. So when we get back for next week's episode of Clubhouse, there was a discussion in the lobby that lasted until about 3:30, 4 a.m. last night. Next weekend's Clubhouse is going to be titled Teachable Moments, folks. We've learned some lessons out here at Joe Fest and teachable moments, and Ken has a big role in part of that. So
interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. I don't want to reveal too much now because we're going to have a lot to go over next week. It's going to involve some stranger danger. That's the thing. That's the thing.
All right. That works. Todd says I'm confused. I thought it was 8:15 a.m.
Look,
somewhere.
For those of you who don't know, I was trying to schedule this while we were doing Purple Gang Gang. Doing everything on the fly. Because again, it got thrown together very quickly. Curtis, graciously enough, accepted the crown. And we all know that's a tough cross to bear to run a clubhouse. But Curtis said, I got this. Tag me in. And now Curtis has full permissions on the channel, which is kind of a scary thought. But I trust him.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust the guy.
We definitely shouldn't. Stranger danger kind of thing.
You're just the newest victim, bro.
He already added a new intro. So I don't know,
It
man.
didn't take him long. It was perfect.
No, I mean,
I really enjoyed
it was
that.
real quick. So
I appreciated that, actually. I was like, ooh, this is good. Good on you, Curtis. You flipped that up real quick. I like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure. And when I was in my haste, I scheduled it for 11:15. Didn't realize it said a.m. tomorrow, and I was like, whoa, I don't think we're rolling that hard this night. No.
No, you're gonna be hitting. You're gonna be crashing by that time. So.
Yeah, definitely by that time. I mean, I can only close out the lobby with Wilhelm Toy and Hobbies so many nights in a row, but we ain't going until 11:15 because then we're late for the show. The actual convention we're here for at that point. So I introduced, Mega J and all of our Canadian friends to biscuits and gravy this weekend, as that has been a plentiful breakfast at the hotel. They had not had biscuits and gravy. I've changed their lives.
Wow.
For the better, I hope.
Yeah.
With hotel biscuits and gravy. Wait until they get some good biscuits and gravy.
Hey, you know what? Normally,
I
I'd be
don't
in
know that I've
agreement
ever
with you
had a
there,
bad
Dusty,
biscuits and gravy.
hotel biscuits and gravy. But nah, these are solid, like good biscuits and gravy, man. Like, ooh, that kind that you just eat and it it's sitting heavy in your stomach all day, and you don't really need to top off the tank until way late in the evening. That
Man,
kind of
I'm gonna
biscuits
get
and gravy
hungry
is
here in a second.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Talk dirty to me.
Yeah, no doubt.
So Mega J and I did go to Taco Bell later this evening for some food, and he was very disappointed that there was no Coca-Cola. They only had Pepsi. It was upsetting. Yeah, we got tacos
Pepsi's
early.
lame.
We went to Mega J and I went to Taco Bell. Jay, why don't you tell them about your American Taco Bell experience?
You really want me to talk about that right
Go
now?
ahead, talk about it. It's a clubhouse, man. We don't care.
All right. So I'm from Canada, and yeah, like it's like the Twilight Zone out here. Like you got. I don't know what you Americans are doing, but like you guys don't have fries supreme. Ask me what fries supreme is.
Mega J, would you mind telling the audience here what is fries?
What is fries supreme? All right, so I'm looking at. They don't have fries supreme here. Fries supreme is good. Little diced tomato. It's beautiful. Chives. Yep. Sour cream. There's cheese. There's queso. There's queso right now on top of fries. Yeah.
That sounds a lot. That sounds like a salad.
Except there's meat. It's the best kind of salad.
Yes.
Oh, okay, they didn't mention the meat. Gotcha. All
We
right.
also got real quick as he's passing. Hold on a sec. Triple Dave. Daredevil Dave. First time on Clubhouse. Daredevil Dave, folks.
What's going on, guys?
Joining us.
What up, what up?
Clubhouse.
Hello, Clubhouse.
Normally he's in the chat, but he's hanging out here with us live for a bit tonight. I know he's about to make the run.
Not crash.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we're just
Showed out for the night.
hanging around, man. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
So
There
we
you
can
go.
recognize the merch, the stickers.
Right,
There you
right. I
go.
have my representative here.
There we go. Full rep with the merch.
I'll stunt double.
There we go. There we go, folks.
Good night. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, all legends, all legends. Good night, brother.
Todd says, tell Jay the Coca-Cola Museum is in Atlanta. He can get it directly from the stores.
Sorry, brother. Sorry, brother. So Mega J, Coca-Cola Museum is in Atlanta. So apparently we got to ditch the show tomorrow and head to Atlanta for the Coca-Cola Museum.
You know I'll do it.
I know you will. He'll be quick to do it.
You know I'll do it, brother.
So yeah.
Don't even ask me twice. I'll do it.
Yeah, man. But we've been having a blast here all weekend. It's been like a constant, just kind of 24/7 party again, hanging out with all legends all the time. Very, very similar to those of you who have experienced Legion's Con and how amazing that crowd is and that family feel. That's what we've been doing here all weekend long, just having a good time. Some animosities have even been mended over the weekend, which is really, really incredible. Long talks into the late evening.
Wow. Reach
hammer
arounds
out
and
things
everything, huh?
Reach rounds and all, man. Happy endings everywhere.
Wow. Cupping the balls. Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We got another well-known legend from the chat. Possibly get his ass over here. Well-known.
Well,
from
let
the
him
chat.
talk with his mouth.
You guys often see this man. See this man in the chat.
Let me ask you a few
Don't
questions.
see him.
Yeah.
Andrew Davis, say hello to the clubhouse live.
What's up,
What's
Clubhouse?
up?
How you doing?
This is the man.
What's going on?
In the house.
Andrew Davis joining us live, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live. Well, we got Curtis on. Curtis is on top of things, man. He's got it going for us. Lock me down. That's true.
Yeah, they didn't even give me a pee break. I went from running one show to another.
What was that, Curtis? What was that? Hold on.
I was like, I didn't even get a pee break. You had me run one show and then move me right to the other. So
I tried to give you a little break in between.
no, I got nothing, man.
Well, you know how it goes. You run a 24-hour stream. We don't get much breaks.
That's true. Got a couple
Speaking of-
what's up, Andrews.
There you go. Andrew Davis getting all
K-
the love in the chat
K-roll
right
and
now.
Motu
Everybody's
Prince.
saying Andrew Davis.
From the homie on a toy lady. You got toy lady?
Oh, we got K-Roll. We got Motu Friends. Andrew Davis. Andrew Davis cheering you on, brother.
That's what I'm talking
Cheering you
about.
on.
That's a long trip from the Airmont.
What's that?
They're doing a premiere right now.
Are they doing a prayer right now? Okay, I'm not crashing a prayer. I'm sorry, even I'm not that either.
They must have found that D13 Jesus.
They must have in Augusta. Yeah. even though Chris can't. That's all right. That's all right.
We saw Lawrence earlier, but K-Roll's asking if he went to bed.
Yeah, I don't know that he was going to bed, but he was definitely in the middle of a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, everybody's crazy running around. He might have been going to bed. He's a short little guy, runs out of steam pretty quick.
Alan came in. He says he is not coming to the clubhouse because he does not like me. Is what he said. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So that's pretty sad.
So yeah, man.
I was just talking nice about Alan the other day, and then he said he's not coming on because he doesn't like me. So
we have confirmation it was a prayer.
Oh, okay.
It was a Bon Jovi concert in the lobby. They were living on a prayer.
Yeah. Wow. Halfway there?
Halfway there.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, man. So does anybody have any questions about what's going on here? I mean, aside from the craziness.
I mean, pretty much like everybody that you normally have on screen is there with you. There's nobody left. You took everybody with you. And you're like, hey, by the way, we've got the A, B, and C squad. Let's call in the D squad. Yeah.
Which is essentially just let's go off world.
Yeah.
I mean, that's who
not
we got
even
on
that.
screen.
I can't get Blake. I can't get Jeff. Joe can't make it yet.
Where's Joe?
He says he's at,
that's when
the
show,
hospital
that's
right
when
now.
The show really takes off.
Yeah, he's preoccupied.
I got it.
So,
Oz, what was the coolest thing you saw in there today?
I mean, aside from the Juneteenth parade that came out of nowhere, we had both. It's mostly just the people. But, I mean, there are a lot of great toys, a lot of great customs going around, people doing custom heads for different scales. Like, this is Joe Fest, so there's a lot more 1/18th item, Marauder Studios kitting up, custom Joes and everything like that. I'll tell you what, one of the things that I found really amazing yesterday, I started to have a panic attack when everybody was rushing in. And, I started to walk around. I started to get very overwhelmed very quick. You guys know I'm very open about my anxiety and things. So I actually walked out shortly after entering the convention hall. And I walked back to the second floor lobby over here. And as I did that, there was just so many people who had just went into the con that were coming back with large playset boxes, like right out of the con. And every one of those person is like, I'm looking at them and I see them and I'm like, that's some 5-year-old kid that didn't have a Defiant, that, didn't have a Whale, didn't have, any number of items. There was a mint inbox, Gray Skull from, the 80s walking out the door. And it's like, I recognized the look on every one of those people's faces. That was their holy grail that they picked up, and they were going straight out the door with a little piece of treasure for home. And just the looks on people's faces as they were walking out with this stuff was insane, man. It was great to see that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'd probably have some anxiety too if there was a bunch of Russians there. So
there definitely was some Russians.
Yeah,
it was pretty rough.
Thor wants to know if you saw the 1/6 scale army tank.
Yes, I did. Massive. Like really, we're talking 1/6 scale, guys. You know how huge that has to be. And honestly, that thing could tangle with a certain dragon we're all waiting for.
Oh boy, that's a big word.
Yeah, that's no small order. We got a couple other people over here who I think one of them has their hand up, and I think they might be waiting to be embiggened.
Oh, let me embiggen them.
Hold on a sec here.
My brother from another mother.
I know that voice.
Yeah, I just saw a clip of him singing there a second ago. So.
Willem, yeah.
Hey, square beard.
These two best friends last night passed out in chairs next to one another.
Curtis, you may or may not remember me telling you my new nickname.
No, we can't say that here.
We're not going to repeat it, but yeah, he absolutely baptized me with my new Christian name, which is no longer banned.
Yep, not banned. I know what I'll be calling banned
We got,
from now on.
look at this. We got Alan joining us.
And also, we have
Gina
the
and
amazing Sharon and Gina with us here.
It's Gina and that one guy.
And Alan popped up with us. What's going on, Alan? I know you had Monster Camp today.
Swig fan 69.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
That's scary when he's not Motherface.
And hold on a sec. Shane, get in on this. Get in on this. First time on Clubhouse here with Shane live in the house. Same time choice. All right, guys. All right. Bunch of sissies. Get inside where it's cool. Yeah. We're not overheating outside yet, you know.
Oh, can't hear you.
Yeah, can't hear you. What about now?
No, we can hear you. Couldn't hear Alan. Yeah.
Can Curtis embiggen us?
Yeah, we can embiggen you.
We'll wait. Axion will wait.
We didn't raise our hand though.
Yeah, no.
There we go.
Axion Figs in the house with the Purple Gang.
Gang.
And he's actually corrected me. It is not It's not Axion.
Not Axion. What's your French? Are you French?
I might be.
Okay, then you can say it.
Okay.
I give you permission.
But if I wasn't French,
then it's Action for sure.
Action Figs in the fucking house at Joe Fest.
That sounds fun.
I don't know. I've seen how it's spelled, and it sure looks like Axion.
Action, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Axion.
It's gonna be Axion. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
still
Axion.
Axion.
We love it.
I know
All right.
what's happening.
So-
Now we got Alan.
We got Alan in. Alan,
No.
how was Monster Camp, my friend?
We still got Alan's video, not his
Still
audio.
trying. Still trying here, folks.
Yep. Man, we got a lot of people in the chat. Let's see. What kind of tank at 1/6 scale? Who makes it? Oz.
I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention to whose booth it was at. I was just like, holy shit.
You
Was that a 1-of-1 3D printed type of thing? Or?
There, now we got
at the moment. I'll tell you what, though. We were looking at Uru Toys if you were hanging out on Purple Gang tonight, and they are working on making a 1/12 mech that, you can put a 1/12 scale action figure in, and it can actually fully squat down so that they can climb up in it and then pop back up, fully stand it up, peg in weapons, fully articulated fingers. I don't think they have it shown on their website, but they were showing it off today.
Yep.
And
but this is their website.
I love
Uru
some
Toys. UruToysCollectibles.com.
That's right, guys.
So.
Thank you for being able to bring that up, Curtis. We want to support these guys like we want to support all of our friends and try to do what we can to fund and help make their dreams come true, because some of their dreams are our dreams and they have the ability to make them happen, whereas we all just suck. So
that looks like a cool tank.
Right?
Yeah.
That was the nightmare. That thing is badass.
You could put some Horde stuff on there. That would be a very cool Horde tank.
Ooh,
right?
I'm just saying.
I could see that.
Hey, I know somebody who's got a
good
Snake
pull.
Mountain they could park that tank in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
A little tank garage.
Right?
Yeah, if you had like a little mechanics garage to like work on stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I think so.
Oh, see, now I want to do a Horde version of Panthro that's coming out. The Origins Thundercats.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Darken him up a little bit.
Panthro got thrown into the slime pit, and now Hordax got that beautiful technical mind. Ooh.
That'd be great.
Ooh, the possibilities are endless.
I cut my finger today.
No.
And I made my own Band-Aid.
Yep, done that many a times on a job.
Paper towel and E-tape. It's good to go.
Yep. That's exactly it.
That'll do it.
And when the E-tape's not working, then you put a little duct tape over top of it and you're good to go.
Because if you can't duck it.
What kind of
There you
pansy
go.
paper towels at first? You just put the tape right on the
It was
well
since it ran this way. Since it ran this way, I didn't want to open it up again doing the tape off. So
for sure,
like 3 days from now when I do that. And I had a bunch of students today, so we had a full class. So
Nice.
I didn't want to bleed on their stuff.
Of course.
Any promising students?
Yes. So this is a silicone mask monster camp. So we're all making silicone masks.
And breasts.
Just the masks, actually.
And breasts.
But you know what? In 2 weeks, I have 4 people coming. They want to learn how to make silicone fingers, tongues, eyes.
Tongues?
Like they have a list.
Camp or sex camp?
It's silicone camp. They have a list of things they want to know how to make.
Can I sign up for that camp?
Come on out.
I want to go find out how to make all the silicone sex toys.
Oh my God. There is a video of Van singing karaoke in front of people.
All right, Stanley. Have yourself a good night, brother.
Good night, guys.
All right. Say good night to everybody.
Good night from Augusta, guys.
Later.
Good night,
See
Stanley.
you with your DLs and CLs.
I also got a chance to meet Stanley's wife this weekend and let her know that she is an all-star of the clubhouse. You know, we let her know. We also let her know that her no good mullet wearing husband threw her under the bus real quick. Was like, that was my wife snoring.
I recall that, actually. We all thought he had a dog.
we were like, you could have just said it was the dog. Nah, he threw her right under the bus. Said that was my wife. Like, damn, Stanley. So we let her know that she was famous for snoring, and then let her know that we had her back and shamed Stanley for blaming her and not the dog.
That's awesome. So where's Bud with the slideshow?
I don't even think he's aware that this is going on right now. I don't know that he saw the message.
The one time we could use a Motu slideshow.
Right. Now we had talked to a couple of the guys, and even the people that weren't here definitely had a lot of plans for this weekend. So I was struggling, and like I said, Curtis put on the Superman cape once again.
Yeah, I mean, you went through the whole alphabet of, people before you got to your plan A through Z, and then you had to start the alphabet over. It was like AA, BB. I think you got to like MM, and that's where I landed. So
right.
Yeah. I appreciate being your backup plan.
Look, I contacted Darla first, but I said, Darla, please. And she said, you know what? Curtis would really appreciate it. So this is actually, I gave the permissions to Curtis as a favor to Darla.
Ah, gotcha. This is like a Make-A-Wish then.
A little bit.
Gotcha. Okay. Shoot, I would have asked for John Cena. Damn it.
But then we couldn't see him. So
that's true.
Just be an empty blank screen right now. Trying to preach with a PhD in thugonomics. Wait a minute. Hold on, guys. We're going. No. You can't go walking away. You can't go walking away.
Random diorama says Prolab Sky wasn't available.
I'm not talking. There's an Australian here, motherfuckers.
News.
Yeah, we can't understand what the hell you're saying, Kangaroo.
What's on there with you?
We got Curtis, art by Akerman, Alan, Vine Jungle Figure Factory, and the amazing, wonderful Dusty Standiford.
What's up, guys? What's going on, boys?
Everybody's here hanging out.
Howdy. I feel overly sober now.
Yeah,
are you on the clubhouse right now?
Yeah, clubhouse.
Where's
baby?
my buzz? I don't have it on me.
The Australians are fucking rocking Augusta, Georgia, my friends.
That's right. Just remember,
I'm
an honory Australian based off the fact
he's the most Aussie person here besides me and Ronnie. It's true.
Well, that's just because he's fucked a kangaroo.
I have fucked a kangaroo, and it was a male kangaroo, which I didn't find out until afterwards.
My kangaroo.
Yeah,
which
kangaroo didn't disclose
way beyond
Texas,
way beyond any manly men in there.
Texas is to the United States what Australia is to the rest of the world. Texas is the Australia of the United States.
That's pretty much how that goes.
Makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
But,
a lot of our animals try to kill you.
The whole country is named after me, and you know what? That's why.
Oz, is this statement true, Oz?
He was not available tonight
Okay.
because I never knew who it really was.
You wouldn't
was just a
recognize
giant-
that if you saw it again?
Oh, I'd recognize that, but he ain't shown his gape in a while.
That was before my clubhouse time, and I am glad of that.
There are many people that was before their clubhouse time.
You brought a lot of class to the clubhouse, Alan.
That is clubhouse lore that I'm okay being in the distant past. Yeah.
Right now, Punk. That was Punk and Allison. It was their first night on Clubhouse, and it was memorable. That's for sure for them.
And they still came back.
For some reason, they decided that they should come back. Actually, Punk's reasoning was very legitimate. It was, well, hell, I can only get better from here.
It'd be hard to get worse.
It really is. It really is. I mean, maybe if I was on a different site, then I might be a little bit more what they're looking for. But could you please put up Radnom's last comment? Alan's next workshop, folks. Coming wide.
That's got to be one of the top 100 phobias, right? Like that. Your ass falls out.
Every now and then, when you pull a latex piece out of the mold, it inverts itself, and you do get a little bit. You just got to pop them back in. Whatever
Pulling
they
latex
may be.
out of the mold.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys,
Gotcha.
I'm dying out here in the in the Augusta, Georgia heat and humidity. I'm going to head back inside, but I'm not going to be able to hear anything, so I'm going to back off. Guys, have a great rest of the show. I'll try to pop back in again when I can, okay?
Sounds good, man.
All right, brothers. Thank you very much again, Curtis. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Take care.
I actually have a question for you, fine gentlemen.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what the heck is going on with Superman? That he is fighting a giant catfish kaiju. What is that? What is happening here?
I don't know.
This looks like a Power Ranger villain.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the trailer too. You can see it in the trailer.
Yeah, there's also like what's the at the beginning of Empire, the thing that Luke's fighting.
There's a Wampa. There's like a Yeti too.
Yeah, it's like that too. I'm not sure what the hell's
that
going
one,
on.
but I bet it goes on sale, so I'm going to wait for it to go on sale.
I'm just hoping that's like how the movie starts, and they just, it's this thing causing a ruckus, and everybody just shows up, takes it down, gets it off the screen.
So my
we
question:
go from there.
Do you want this, Curtis? This
I
Superman?
mean, if you're not gonna keep it, I would take it, but I wasn't going to purchase it.
Do you know why I got this? I'll gladly mail you this Superman.
Well, clearly you got it for the kaiju.
Apparently.
Okay, so here's why I picked this up. I got it for the kaiju.
Yeah.
Is it broken?
It has it comes like this. This is a feature, not a bug.
Oh.
But it reminds me of Inhumanoids Decompose. Remember him? His rib cage opened up, and you could put a figure in there. So
to me, it feels like the big robot thing that carries Krang around on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He's supposed to have
where I was going to go.
Yeah.
I guess he has some slime that comes with him.
He's got blue slime.
Oh, he's gonna open his guts up,
and then you fill him full of slime, and then it falls on your carpet.
Wow.
It's on the box. I didn't spoil it.
That's something.
Remember when your slime would get hair and stuff in it? And it
yes.
Oh, yes.
I was never a slime guy.
Me either. It always stank.
I had pets and carpet. I didn't do a lot of slime either. I had a dry slime pit. That's a good dancing name.
That is a good one.
Now on the main stage, dry slime pit.
I was gonna pull this up just to taunt Dusty.
Yeah.
So what else? You got the Defenders on this?
Yeah, Defenders. I got series 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, we were looking at these last night.
I
with
got a
Blake
5% off coupon for my first purchase or whatever, so it was like $100 for
hold on,
36.
I gotta share this a different way so that it when I switch screens it shows
What
it. There we go.
size are those?
They're 2 inches.
Yeah, I'd say 2 to 3 inches. Yeah,
I think that's what Blake was saying last night. Yeah.
I'm glad 2 inches is becoming popular again.
yeah, aren't we all?
I mean, they are pretty freaking cool and fully articulated.
And I've got a handful of the what were they called? They were like hard PVC figures by like I want to say they were Little Tykes or something like that.
No idea.
Oh.
Which one this is series 1.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at 2.
Curtis, this isn't worth mailing to you. You don't want this.
Then yeah, skip it.
That whole box is like $32, Curtis.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I didn't take a close look at it at the store, but I did see it, and it looked like they were very cheaply made. Yeah, these are cool, man. This is series 2. So
I thought they looked great. They look like they got a cool paint on them, and
it's got a cape with it.
Yeah, that's King Star screen.
Man, that's cool.
That's cute.
Yeah, they're neat. These are the blockies, and they've got a bunch of different scales, but this is the Defender size.
Yeah, the little tinies. I'm going to put these right at the feet of my Titans in my case.
That'll make them look even bigger.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember the names of, like, I remembered about half those names.
Yeah, this is where it kind of, for me, when it gets to series 3, I'm like, okay, so that's Grimlock, right? And then Soundwave.
Soundwave.
Those are easy.
How is Soundwave in series 3? He was like one of my favorites.
I think because they got to throw extra with it, like because he he comes with the cassettes and stuff.
Oh,
and then this was
the transparent parts.
Kids today won't know what they're turning into. Like, what are these little round things with these square things with 2 holes in them?
Well, they don't transform, so you don't even know.
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
Yeah,
if you go back to the previous Shockwave, that thing looks like it's actually transparent.
Yeah, it's got some translucent plastic on it.
It looks like the whole thing is translucent.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I think the iron is it Ironhide from the first one.
Look at that. I can't wait.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. There's some transparent parts.
Yeah.
Translucent.
I don't like the ones that are vehicles.
They're just vehicles?
Yeah, there's ones that are just vehicles.
Some of them are just in vehicle mode.
So you can buy these at the store and you can get the blind box and you don't know what you're getting, or here you can buy the whole box and you're guaranteed to get the whole wave plus a couple of the chase variants.
Yeah.
So are you guys into blind boxes? Can we talk about blind boxes? It seems like young people really love blind boxes. And there was 2 things that I hated as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
One was getting something and not knowing what was in there, right? And that has carried over to I didn't like the plasticless packaging they tried. There's a picture of the action figure on the outside, but I couldn't see the action figure. I didn't buy any of those until they got to Ollie's, right?
Yeah, because you don't know what the paint apps look like or any of that. Yeah.
The other thing that I hated as a kid was watching someone else play video games.
Yeah.
Because that meant give me my turn. I want you to die so I can have a turn. But now everything is blind boxes and watching someone else play video games on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which I still don't enjoy, but I know that many people do.
I only enjoy blind box if it's something that I don't particularly care too much about, because if it's something that I like, that I want them all, or that I want a specific one, then the blind boxes just piss me off. But if it's a property that I don't really care about and I'm just going to buy one and just open it up and have fun and then probably never, mess with it again, then I don't mind the blind box.
Yeah. I've recently had a love-hate relationship with the blind boxes with the Motu Minis.
Yeah.
And thankfully, I was able to look up the codes online and figure out what was what and buy what I needed. So I was able to cheat to get it, but
yeah,
if I wasn't able to do that, that would have drove me insane.
Well, and then like with these, let me just share this again, because with these they also have other ones that you do know, like these ones here, like the Action Edition, like
and they're larger as well.
They're bigger, and you know what you're getting when you get into it. So
how big is that Megatron?
I want to say these are like 5 or 6 inch.
That's nice.
Let's see,
because that
the price is fantastic.
I don't see
that could fit in with
there.
Motu.
Oh, here we go.
I think it's in millimeters.
Oh,
yeah. This is package size. It doesn't say the figure size.
Yeah, because you have to put them together.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think you're right. I think it's about 6 inch scale on those.
That's good.
And judging by that $40 price tag, I'd say it's at least 6 inches.
And he comes with 4 cassettes on this.
Yes.
I mean,
comes with the full loadout.
Yeah, that's pretty dang cool.
I actually almost bought this too, and I was like, I'll just go with the Legends for now because I already have, a Soundwave that I like. So,
like
Complete
2 years ago,
team. Yeah,
there was a company who was doing digital action figures, and they were Master of the Universe was added to their line or whatever. And I looked into it because I wanted to get Beast Man, but it was $50 for a digital action figure, and you couldn't pick the one that you wanted. You had to buy the Wave, at $50, and I might get Orko. Like that would suck.
Yeah. So I was on. I do this thing when I'm traveling for work. Started filming it recently. This travel toy segment, but I've always, whenever I would go for work, I would pick up something. And I saw some blind boxes that wasn't this brand. It was a different Transformer blind box. And I picked up 2 of them because I looked on the back on what figures could be in there. And like the only one I didn't want was Bumblebee. Right. And I was like, if I get anything else but Bumblebee, I'll be good. So I bought
Bumblebees.
I bought 2 blind boxes, 2 fucking Bumblebees. And in my intro now to that travel toy video, I don't know if anybody's picked up on it, but like there's one point where I'm holding up the 2 Bumblebees and I just look so freaking defeated. Like I had such a long drive and just like a bad day at work. And I'm like, yeah, but at least I'm going to get this toy. And then I open it up and 2 freaking Bumblebees. I was so.
Hey, just look on the bright side, Curtis. You saved somebody else from having to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And increased everybody's odds of getting something good.
Matthew says, I like the blind boxes with codes. You can use the codes to know what's in there or guess without looking up the code. So, yeah, I know I got one for Joe Gonzalez because Dungeons and Dragons does that too. They've got like some blind boxes. And he likes Baldur's Gate 3. So do I. And they've got some Baldur's Gate 3 ones, and you don't know what you're going to get in the box. But some of them are really big figures, and some of them are really small. So you can at least kind of pick them up and like guess the weight, and see like, okay, this one feels a little heavier, or this might be one of the good ones. So, SCS Dog says, I feel like blind boxes are a good way to boost your collection of a line that you're just starting with. So there you go. And Kay rolls in here, says she uses the codes on how to train your dragon blind boxes. So a lot of people using your cheap method, Dusty.
I did that with the they had Master of the Universe blind boxes, and they had the little Snake Mountains that they came with, and the little Castle
Those would be
Grayskull.
the Motu minis I was referring to earlier.
The
came in a
Motu
Castle
minis.
Grayskull and then a Snake Mountain box.
Yeah. I only want the bad guys. Like I understand, like I don't mind getting a core set. Like if I got all the 6 main bad guys from every line, I wouldn't mind that. Or I want all the Beast Man. Like whatever the line is, I want Beast Man from that.
I went down the rabbit hole.
I didn't know you were into Beast Man.
I am. I have a problem.
I'm just kidding.
It's a legitimate problem to have.
Yeah. That's funny. I was working today on putting some soft good capes on some McFarlane figures. So I've got a video I'm gonna do tomorrow and just kind of talk about the process. So, but they really came out good. It's from GPS lots on eBay. So all of these figures had like the plastic capes and switched them out for the cloth ones. And they came out fantastic.
Is that Martian Manhunter?
That was Martian Manhunter. This is Red Tornado. So just,
that cape looks awesome in that.
I think it would be cool if Martian Manhunter developed a cocaine problem in the comics. Because his identity name is John Jones.
Yeah.
And then he would be like the fighter John Jones from the UFC who always tests positive for cocaine. I just think that'd be fun.
He's an interesting character because he has a lot of the same powers as Superman, but instead of having like this really obscure weakness like kryptonite, his weakness is fire. And it's like it's just such a terrible weakness, right? Like,
oh, that's a great sculpt.
That's nice.
Yeah, I think this is an alien Ceto, I think it is.
That's a beast man.
Yeah. Just a spare beast man head laying around.
I wish you'd quit waving your cut finger in my face. It's kind of gross.
It looks like a little mouth on the bottom, doesn't it?
It's like a little boxing glove.
I'm really excited for this guy. Like they
They
showed this today and they put it up for sale. But yeah,
which one is that? What's his
this
name?
is from the Cops and Crooks line. From the 80s and Fresh Monkey Fiction. Well, now it's Big Bad Workshop. It's basically Big Bad Toy Store's own, company that they're doing. And they do the Operation Monster Force and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, they put this up for pre-order today. And
would they buy out Fresh Monkey and make it their own, or
no? It's been theirs the whole time. I think they've just kind of changed the name like 2 or 3 times now.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, they've actually got so now they've got an Instagram and a Facebook that's just Big Bad Workshop. So you can follow them and then kind of see when they've got updates on
how many figures do they have in this line. I remember a
this
female thief that was named like Deadly Nightshade, I think was her name.
Well, this is the first one for this, revamped version of it. But the original Cops and Crooks, I want to say there was maybe 20 figures and 6 or 7 vehicles, something like that.
It was a pretty deep line. They had a cartoon, which is on YouTube, by the way.
The cartoon is great. It's also on. It's one of those free ones. I don't think it was Pluto. What's the other free streaming?
I think it was Tubi.
Yeah,
Tubi or Freebie.
Yeah.
I always pretended, because of the Cops and Crooks cartoon, the way that it looked, I pretended that Silverhawks was happening up in space. But if you went down on one of the planets, that was the Cops and Crooks, because the worlds kind of looked. The animation was different, but the style of the worlds were the same.
I think the cartoon, I watched it recently on Tubi, it holds up. Because it's set in the future, it's still, I don't know, it still feels like it, like it could work.
It's set in the future, but it has a very 80s vibe to that.
It does, yeah. Let me see if I can embiggen this a bit.
I watched a kid's nose get broken with that Big Boss action figure.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the one kid put his legs and the fingers and just whacked the crap out of this other kid. It was great.
Now, weren't those 3 3/4?
No, they were so they were built 3 3/4, it had the O-ring and stuff.
But they were 5 inches.
But it was 5.5 inches. Yeah.
They were close to Thundercats scale. They were too big.
I was thinking they were He-Man size, but when I saw the pictures of, because I looked up,
if you put them next to Masters, they actually are pretty much the same height. They just don't crouch down. So
right,
yeah.
But I started to notice they had the G.I. Joe style build, and I was like, man, I thought those were bigger. Maybe they were 3 3/4.
This was my favorite here. Buttons
McBoom.
That's, I mean, such
he had
a
the
great
violin
name.
case. He had the violin case. Yes, there it is.
Yeah, and then his chest opened up and like guns came out and stuff, kind of like Rio Blast. And
I remember the doctor character.
Freaking love Rio Blast.
Yeah, Dr.
these
Bad
guys.
Vibes.
I
these
think there
were
was
just a
thief.
ton of fun.
There was a girl named Nightshade. I remember that pretty clear, but who knows?
Let's see. We got a Nightmare. We got a Nightstick. I don't have a Nightshade.
I remember Rock Crusher.
There's some that come with vehicles. So let's see. Because I know like this one, our friend David Williams, this is his favorite character, Turbo Two-Tone, and you could only get him if you bought the Roadster. So
oh wow.
Yeah, let me there we go. So there's a few of these with vehicles. Air Raid only came with that Bullseye. I love this helicopter for some reason. It's dumb looking, but I loved it.
I like the Ironsides vehicle. I love that armor over the windshield.
Yeah, I don't see a Nightshade. So
man, it was a long time ago, and I use a lot of spray paint.
Sundown was a lot of fun too. This guy that's in the future, but he still, dresses like a, cop from the Old West.
He's Brave Star, kind of.
Rock Crusher. The villains are so dumb in the cartoon as well. It's like it's great.
Yeah, they even talk like they're dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun line. I can't wait to see what they do with this. Yeah, so that should be a bunch of fun.
Yeah, Shay, I don't like the cops, Shay.
Yeah. Big Boss always had that like very,
he's very noir,
like gangster. Yeah, old school to gangster voice to him.
Yeah, bulletproof ain't so tough,
Yeah, no. Here it is. Cops, on the Cops wiki. Rafaela Nightshade Diamond is a reformed female jewel thief who worked for Big Boss.
Did they make a figure, or is it just in the cartoon?
Probably just in the cartoon. They probably never got to her.
Maybe, yeah, I guess.
Or maybe the one I was looking at, it wasn't the full list.
She's in a bunch of episodes. I can see.
That's cool.
I don't see a picture of her figure.
They probably didn't want to make another buck.
The other thing that they talked about today was this Eagle Force. So
yikes.
Yeah. And you can see up here it says by Big Bad Workshop, and then it also says Fresh Monkey Fiction. It's basically the same thing. So
hold on. That's a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. He's dressed as a Ninja Turtle. Or a tribute. I don't know.
He will never know the touch of
the blade cuts both ways. Rockwell. That's the name of that figure.
He's a tactical mission ninja trooper.
Rockwell in a half shell. I don't know. Yeah. Are the others all homages also?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are these like homages?
I don't know.
Like, what would this guy be?
Can I tell you one of my favorite action figures from when I was a kid? And it was a throwaway figure. It was the Chuck Norris line of action figures. But
you know what?
The ninja from that line was so good.
Mark Thomas, Saturday Morning Toy Collector. He does a show on Saturday mornings called Double Jointed with our buddy Greg. And he just started collecting the Chuck Norris series. And so he does this segment now where he like updates, like he has the list of all the figures and he updates which ones he still needs. And he's just been kind of checking them off as he goes. And I think he got one of the ninjas, but he doesn't have the other because there was I think a black and a red or something, or a black and a purple. I don't know. But he got one of them, but he doesn't have the other. But that's just funny because you just brought that up, and I saw him literally this morning talking about
those are great figures too.
There was a couple months where before I went to bed, and maybe I was 9, 8, 7, I don't know. But before I went to bed, I would put him somewhere when I was really tired, like hide him. And then the next day I had to find him and because he was a ninja and he was hiding and he was hard to find. But I was just tired when I hit him.
That's funny.
What are we looking at here?
Playing a game with yourself by hiding them when you're tired.
Yeah.
That's what these are. These are the Eagle Force. So
he looks like a little league dad. He's a little league dad.
Yeah, he's heavy weapon specialist shortstop. So I don't know, man.
Are we? I know that we love all toys, but is it okay to say these look pretty bad? Are we allowed to say that?
I mean,
yeah, I don't think these are going to sell.
Somebody's going to buy these. Somebody likes them. It's not for me, but I also am not. I'm not collecting Joes. I'm not collecting Valaverse. So, this doesn't speak to me, but I know some people were really excited about them.
Like this guy, that guy right there. He's got a bunch of heads, and he looks like a generic guard, or SWAT guy. And if you want a bunch of SWAT guys to hang out at a place or get beat up by somebody who is cool, then I don't think that's a bad buy. But
yeah, I mean, it is 1/18th scale, so that's a little bit different than everything else too. I don't know. But
so those are 5-inch.
Well, 1/18th would be 3 3/4, right?
Yeah, so it fits in with some of those.
And they're $30. Jesus.
We're really doing these guys a disservice.
we're not the ones to talk them up, apparently.
Okay, what's the one that looks like a cat right there? That one looks interesting.
That looks like a cat.
Eagle Force. It looks like it's got cat ears on his head.
The Star Commander?
No? Well, I don't know.
I think he was talking about the Star Commander.
Oh.
Which one? Star Commander.
Oh, this one. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so I didn't see the dark blue before. So
it does have a monkey head.
I just saw the cat ears.
Yeah, it does have a monkey head, though. It's got Major Coco. So
I don't.
Somebody was doing some Major Coco when they sculpted this stuff.
Yeah,
out.
this isn't. Those aren't good. I don't know that the world needs those.
Oh, wait a minute, my screen went off.
It's. I like for there to be toy makers out there with a vision, like the world needs this, and no one said that.
Look, there's a case of bananas in the bottom right hand corner.
It sure the hell is.
Yeah, that's the Pulp Fiction case that glows.
And there's a cowboy hat for this Star Commander.
I mean, it does have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So there's the one head with the hood on it and the cowboy hat, and now you could repaint him like Bluegrass.
Yeah.
From Silverhawks.
Speaking of which, the Vac Metal Bluegrass should be shipping here soon. So I'm looking forward to that.
Curtis, they can't do Vac Metal anymore.
I know. Until I buy the other ones, and then they can do it magically. So.
Did you end up breaking all
Striker
of those?
Senior? So did what?
Did you end up breaking all of those, or just
no,
the
just
your
the
tantrum?
one. Just the one. It was for the show. I snapped it. I snapped it in half, and then immediately.
Yeah, that's Keanu Reeves. That's Keanu
John
Reeves.
Wick.
It sure looks like it. Yep.
And then there was Colonel Sanders cosplaying as a goldfish.
There's a bomb on the bus.
That's him.
Yep.
Well, those are fun. Next.
Yeah. What else you have, Curtis?
Yeah.
These are like knockoff G.I. Joes or something.
What is that thing?
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This thing here, yeah.
The body dysmorphia.
Yeah, our buddy Dylan is really excited for this, and I was like, "Oh, all right, man." Good.
Does it?
It's actually a really good sculpt of the character.
Is there a bigger head you could put on it? Maybe.
It's supposed to be little.
That's what I tell him.
What's with all the does his chest open up or something?
Yeah, it's just muscle. He like.
Yeah, but it like the way that it's sculpted, it looks like it like does something.
Well, I'd say it's to give it more articulation because he's kind of the anime that it's animated in makes it real rubbery looking, like when the way it moves and stuff. So I would say those cuts are probably for like shoulder articulation.
Well, they probably wanted to do something up here with this ball joint hanging out the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a great look. That's just I don't know.
That makes
man.
me want to open up my catfish man.
It's one of the things that this character does is like just grab a bunch of rocks and throws them, and he's got those long whip-like arms, and it's like cannon fire.
We're not doing a good job of promoting anything tonight.
I love it when Godzilla throws rocks.
Well,
you're
not
rocks,
picking the greatest things ever either.
or hit them with his
I
tail.
just think of what they had on their main page.
Look
What
at
the
this,
fuck is
$100
this?
for this. Look,
$100.
That's an Uncle Frank
I like
duck.
Attack on Titan. It's a great anime, but I ain't buying this, and it ain't even cool.
8 inches tall, made of PVC.
And they could just redo that as Uncle Frank from Hellraiser.
All right.
Because he doesn't have any skin either.
Yeah, that's wild. Let's see.
Oh, the slime's in a bag. It's not even in a slime tub.
You can't even put it back, or is it Ziploc?
It's Ziploc, but I want a branded slime tub. That looks like electronics.
$1,300 pre-order here for these figures. And I guess does it come with the vehicle too? I guess.
Hell, those aren't even Hot Toys.
And see, this is
Well,
one
it is
where
1/6 scale, but yeah,
I'm not going to get a lot of agreement. I was never a big Ghostbusters fan as a kid.
I wasn't either.
Wow.
I thought that they were like Scooby-Doo in that, and I didn't like Scooby-Doo as a kid because all of the monsters turned out to be fake, and I took monsters very seriously. And I thought the Ghostbusters was kind of like too funny, like laughing at monsters and ghosts and stuff.
I appreciated Ghostbusters, but it never resonated with me.
So what about Monster Squad then? What was your take on Monster Squad?
I love Monster better than Goonies.
So
Fight
much
me.
better than Goonies.
Yeah. I watch that every year. It is it's in my top 5 movies. It's in my top 5 favorite movies.
As big a movie fan as I am, I can honestly sit here and say I don't remember if I've seen Monster Squad.
That's a crime.
I want to say
it would change your life.
But
yeah,
it's on my to-do list. Let me write that down.
It's one of those.
It's always been on my radar, but I can't remember if I ever watched it.
It's one of those where I would say if you're going to watch it for the first time now, you need to make sure that you channel your inner kid, right? Like don't go in it expecting like this super serious freaking, like because that's why we had some other friends that just watched it recently that never watched it, and then they're like pointing out some like plot holes and stuff, and I'm like, you got to remember this was like
it was a kids movie.
Yeah.
Is that the Wolfman Have Nards?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure I've seen it because I remember that, but it's been so long. I need to revisit it.
I thought Rudy from that movie was the coolest kid I've ever seen in my whole life.
He was, and he got by far he had the most kills.
Oh yeah,
he killed the mummy. He killed 2 or 3 vampire brides.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah,
it's
a 30-year-old movie.
But I haven't seen
you
it.
had your chance, Dusty.
Yeah, and he made the one kid eat the candy bar off the ground. Yeah,
my name's Horace.
Yeah, great movie.
I don't know how I feel about this tail.
It's a little phallic.
I can't get it in there either. Like that's
what she said.
I'm gonna have to go back to the instructions to figure out this tail.
It looks obviously does it have like a locking mechanism?
It looks like it has one, but no matter how
sit and spin. There it is.
Oh, I did it. I just had to complain about it a little bit. He'll stand up nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Hulk smash.
Go!
looks like one of the old WWE wrestlers. What line was that? Was it Kenner that did those? Who did the WWF ones?
Jack
Were
Pacific.
they toy?
No,
toy
not
biz?
the Jack Specific. The shoot.
You're talking about
Hasbro.
the little
Hasbro ones where they would do like the body slam move,
Yeah,
and
they all
stuff
had
like
their
that,
own
power
action
punch.
features. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in the dark, because of all this, you could believe he was Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
It's possible. It is definitely possible.
All right, so the button to open his chest is on his throat. So it's not back here.
Mm.
It's up here. Which
That
is
makes
odd.
sense.
Is there a door from the back? Is that what I'm
there
saying?
is. Yeah.
I think this is a slime chute. I've not read the instructions. This is you put your slime in here.
Chute.
You put like a mailbox. And
Yeah,
you put your
yeah.
slime in there, and then you close it up.
This looks like one of your travel toys.
And your toy gets gross. And then when Superman, because Superman uppercuts him. That's why. That's why it's on his throat.
And he shits himself. Is that why there's a slime chute? He gets uppercut.
So you
and he
fly
shits himself?
Superman up and you punch him in the throat, and then his guts come out.
And his mouth opens up too.
I
It's
shit
all
out my
connected.
throat.
By the way, Slime Shoot would be a good dancing name also. All right. So, yeah. Pow! My guts fell out. It looks like a Muppet now.
I think you need to make that into a real monster mechanism.
I was going to paint him gray, and I was going to have him be an undead catfish man on Stinkor's team because I think he would smell bad.
If you would just remove the eyeball paint from those eyes, it would be a much better looking figure.
Yeah.
He does have like googly eyes.
Yeah,
he's a walleye.
right now it looks like he's got googly eyeglasses on.
But like the back sculpt, I mean, the sculpt on this isn't terrible. I mean, it's got crap for articulation, but I don't care about that too much. Oh, I just thought this was very decomposed, like where his chest opens up.
Yeah, it is neat. It looks like what that other thing that Attack on Titan thing should do with all those marks and stuff, but it doesn't do anything.
That's why I was inspired to open him.
Oh, this is kind of interesting. Human Muscle Man.
Is that from something?
I don't think so. Play and Time Production. I think it's just a human muscle model.
Just a muscle model.
But it's like a very super articulated.
It kind of looks like an Attack on Titan figure.
It's Uncle Frank from
Because there's like a Super Titan that looks very similar to this.
That's one black wash away from being a horror figure.
It does. It looks pretty awesome.
I don't hate it. How tall is it?
Let's see. 1/12 scale. Doesn't say the exact height because it could be anywhere from 6 inches to
5 to 7 inches.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
And he was $20, I think, $22.
Oh, your thing, yeah.
Well, there's the Human Muscle Man in gray right there.
Yeah.
Not as good.
Look at that pose.
What the hell is that?
Too sexy for my shirt. I'm too sexy for my skin.
It's very posable.
Yeah, it looks super articulated.
Yeah, it looks like it even has a double shoulder.
Yeah.
The shoulder bezel.
Some Hello Kitty stuff. Oh, some zombie things.
What are all these zombies?
It's a good question. Joy Toy. So
125 scale. So that's what?
Oh, that's
3 inches.
Super small.
Yeah. That's why they're cheap.
Well, yeah, set at $18 for 3 of them. How tall is 125?
I I want to say it's like 3 inches.
1/12 is 6 inches, so 125 would be 3 inches.
Gotcha.
So these are probably in scale with some of their like mech suits and stuff.
Yeah, it looks like the tops have some articulation, but I don't know that the legs do. Looks like the legs are just kind of and this guy has no legs.
Yeah, that's a good call.
That's Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
He ain't got no legs.
I got shot in the buttocks.
Got ice cream. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
Lieutenant Dan, Starscream.
Some firemen, little zombie firemen.
I just don't know what I would do with them at 3 inches.
I don't either. Well, apparently it's 97.8 centimeters. Is that what that's saying? Or 7.8? I don't know what that. I don't know what this is befront of it. I think that's just some. Yeah, I don't know. Can't read it.
7 centimeters Canadian.
7.8 centimeters.
Wait, Canadians have their own centimeters? They're so high and mighty.
Look at these. These guys are cool.
Ooh, some devil dogs. But these would be tiny.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, these are super.
If they're in that scale.
3.6 centimeters.
Yeah, these would be like Dungeons and Dragons miniature.
Yeah, that's really tiny.
Includes tariff surcharge.
Well,
those are 1.4 inches tall.
There. That's. I don't know what the hell we just got into.
I could swallow that dog toy, not chew it up, and pass it and not even be really mad. That's how small that toy is.
I've seen some people talking about this thing. $69.
That's a Marvel Legends Gamerverse Gargantos. Yeah. I think this is going to be in. Oh no, it's not. This isn't what's going to be in Fantastic Four.
This
was
from
in the Marvel versus Capcom game.
Yeah.
This is in Marvel versus Capcom?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to have to break that out then.
And he was cool, but I don't know what he was from. Okay, this is going to sound. You guys are learning a lot of weird stuff about me tonight. I avoided like the space version of Marvel for a long time.
Yeah.
Because there was a whole like series where it was either Star Fox, I think it was like a big like date raper or something. And I just wasn't. I'm like, I think Marvel space is too weird for me. I don't like it. So I don't know anything about the space figures and whatnot.
Yeah, I just think that eyeball is cool. I think you did a good job painting that eyeball. So
it's cool, but I'm not buying it.
Yeah, Sam, I'm not buying it either.
What was the one in the? Hold on. DC movie, bad guys.
Starro.
Starro, yes.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Marvel's version of Starro.
Yeah.
That's a
awesome.
cool looking Spider-Man.
Yeah, I've heard the Sentinel line does some cool stuff. So like there's their Spider Noir.
That Voltron.
That's a pretty cool figure.
I need that Voltron so bad, but I am not paying that price.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive.
7. Did you hear they just wrapped filming on a Voltron movie?
Yes.
Yes, I heard that.
Henry Cavill.
I didn't even know they were making a Voltron movie.
Yep. Henry Cavill got involved with it. He's going to star. It's supposed to be good. Amazon's going to be making some cool stuff the next 5 years. That's sweet.
Yeah, it's like,
I love that color.
Spider-Man meets Iron Man.
Yeah, I love that colorway. That's awesome.
Yeah, the the whole Iron Spider series and concept I thought was very cool.
Yeah, this one.
That's wicked.
Yeah, that's really cool. Some people eating burgers and donuts and shit. I don't know what that's about.
That's anime. I don't understand anime.
Yeah, I'm not.
I understand some of it, but not
I liked
all.
Blue
Ooh,
Eye
look at this.
Samurai, but that's.
We got some Dio pieces.
Yeah, these I've got some like these. They're actually really cool. I got one underneath my
$41. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should teach these guys about 3D printers.
This is cool.
Yeah, that's what I was checking out.
I mean, it's not $175 cool, but
I mean, how big is it?
It's not even DTOF.
It's 112.
So yeah.
15.74 inches.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that is a little bigger than a DTOF. Well, that's probably
I don't know
height.
how wide it is. Yeah, that's tall. So it's probably, I don't know, 10 inches wide.
Yeah, maybe 10 or so.
It's definitely cool. I just it
looks like one of those deals you'd put your phone behind it and put a portal in it or something.
Right.
I like how they did like the moss and stuff.
That's cool looking.
100. If it was 120, I'd feel better about it.
Yeah.
175, it's a little high.
Well, there's a can next to it, so that gives you some idea.
Delicious Watsons.
Yeah.
What country is that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. But I guess you can buy the individual pieces.
Tariff
So
surcharge.
if you just want a column, $13.99. So
how tall is that column?
That includes the tariff surcharge, which could change.
Yeah.
So it might become
or if you just want the, armless lady. So
I have a statue very similar to this in my front yard.
She has a name, right?
No idea.
Aphrodite? Is that?
Maybe.
It's a famous armless statue. And there's a debate as to whether or not it ever had arms.
Like if it fell off over time or like broke off versus whether it was sculpted like that.
Yeah. King Ghidra. It's hard not to love King Ghidra.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Needs arms, man.
He's got 2 extra heads. Like the center head tells the business. The 2 other heads do the grabbing. He's got 2 tails.
He does have 2 tails.
So he's 13 inches tall. That's not a bad deal. Like that's a good size toy.
It's not price wise, it's not bad.
That's around the size of my catfish man. And he was $20 at Walmart.
I just pre-ordered a jumbo Mazinger off of Big Bad.
Nice.
What's Jumbo Mazinger?
It's Shogun Warriors Mazinger Z robot.
Okay, got it.
Okay, I might have to get this.
The dude. That's the duck.
It's the
The duck abides.
The dude cosplaying duck. That's pretty cool.
I don't know why, but my son has this affinity for like giving me ducks. And he tells me it's so I know he gives a duck. And he'll put them in birthday cards. He'll put them in Christmas presents. I don't know. I got to get this kid checked out, man. I'm worried.
Look at that.
Thank you, William Husted.
Awesome.
Venus DeMilo. Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
Dragon Ball.
Articulated jaw, a bunch of articulation points throughout. That's pretty cool.
Imagine having this and throwing it on a troll or something like that.
When the Legion's dragon comes, how big is this one?
Nowhere near.
11 inches long.
Yeah, nowhere near.
Yeah. What scale is this?
That's got to be tiny then. If uncurled, it's 11 inches long.
Yeah, it's not real big.
Oh, then it's not a good bargain.
No, I thought it was huge. I thought this
it's cool, but it's not.
It doesn't
it's
say
not
the
very
scale,
big.
but that's definitely not 1/12 scale if it's only 11 inches long. So
at Ollie's right now, you can still get the dragon from 10 Golden Rings, whatever it was, Marvel movie.
Oh, yeah,
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, yes.
Yeah.
They're still making Ultimates Thundercats?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Sky Cycle looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it comes with it. Hey, Nolan.
Hey. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Nolan, I have never seen your face. I see you in the comments all the time. Now I know what you look like.
Well, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Nolan.
Oh, he doesn't come with that. That's separate for $185. I thought that's why his price was $65. Holy shit. They're charging $65 just for the figure?
Wow. No way. Those aren't $60 figures.
That's what it looks like.
If I were Vulture Man and I had to ride a Sky Cycle to fly, I would be cussing the whole time.
Dude, these prices are they're so ridiculous right now.
These are high.
$65.
That's not a $65 figure. I don't care.
It wasn't a $50 figure when they were doing 50.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not 65.
That's.
I wonder what they're getting ready to charge me for the vac metal ones because.
Hey, can you go back and go up to that? There was a gorilla, and they tend to have my interest. What is that? Oh,
that is cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Gorilla.
I like his build
because he's using guerrilla warfare.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
GUGO.
He comes with a banana and a coconut.
Well, he's got a banana.
He has a banana launcher.
A banana dandelier. Banana delier.
Say that 5 times fast.
Look at the rocket launcher with the banana in the end of it. So does it shoot rocket bananas, or
that's a banana?
Did somebody sabotage it by sticking a banana in it?
A banazooka.
That's pretty loaded.
The one with the smiling face kind of looked like me.
I would get one of those and just repaint him to be a different version of Beastman.
I could see that. I need to see what they're charging me for the
that was a good monster.
Freaking vac metal ones. That's $65 for the vac metal ones. That's what I got a message for them over a week ago now saying they're about ready to process. And usually when they say that, it's like the next day.
How many were in the vac metal
like
wave?
A week and a half later or something, and still hasn't processed. There's
3?
4 in the wave, but I only got these 2. I got the 2 vac metal ones, and then there's 2 villains. I think it was another version of Monstar, and can't remember the other one. Was it these 2? Because this isn't.
That would be Windjammer.
Yeah, but this isn't. This is the regular version. This isn't the vac metal wave.
Wasn't the vac metals like? Were they exclusives or?
No, they put them out afterwards. So yeah, this one is part of that wave. So that's the toy. So they're calling it the toy versions. So the on the Silverhawks, they're vac metal. On the bad guys, they're just a different color because the first one they did the color of the cartoon, and now they're doing the color of the toy.
Buzzsaw should be green.
They do have the green one, and they've got the yellow one. So the yellow one was the cartoon, and then the green one is the toy version.
I have the yellow one. I'm not necessarily thrilled with it.
Yeah.
Because it's yellow. I want him to be green.
I skipped him. I've got Molecular. I've got the other version of Windhammer. And then this is the toy version of Molecular, and he's really like when you put these other heads on him, like he looks pretty much the exact same as this one, like a little bit lighter yellow, but otherwise I I don't know. I can't really tell a difference.
I never thought he looked cool.
This guy's like way different in color than the other one. So, because that is, let me go back. The Mumbo Jumbo is the best.
Without doubt.
Yeah.
Aside from the cephalopod spaceship thing that Monstar rode.
Yeah.
Or his giant bat that he had. That was cool too, as a toy.
Mm-hmm. But just like single figure, I love Mumbo Jumbo.
Silverhawks in my area, it only aired like, it seems like it only aired like half a season and it got taken off.
I loved it.
I only saw like a handful of these episodes.
What area did you grow up in?
Midwest, Indiana, Kentucky area.
I was in the Baltimore TV market. I was in Maryland, Harford County. And we had tiger sharks, we had silverhawks, we had thundercats, we had all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is that racer that they were talking about. Missed the first release.
That thing sold out at $150. That's ridiculous.
It took a while though. It took a while because
still.
Yeah. I mean, like
God, $150.
So here I am. I've got my Silverhawks collection. I don't have a Copper Kid because I'm waiting for the vac metal one. And I'll be honest, at this point, I don't know if they're going to do a vac metal one.
I doubt if it's coming.
So they haven't shown another wave in a long time. And now the other one sold out. So I mean, even if it wasn't sold out, then we'd have 4 Silverhawks and vac metal and then missing the last one. But that's, typical Brian Flynn bullshit. So gotta love him.
Somebody has to.
Yeah. The villains in Silverhawks, although klutzes and clumsy, were great designs. I love the villains in Silverhawks. I think it reminded me more of He-Man, where they each had their own like personality and their own abilities and all this kind of stuff. I felt like Thundercats, like you basically had Mumra and 3 idiots that did nothing, and that was really it.
Yeah, there was really no threat to the Thundercats.
Yeah, I think Silverhawks kind of went back to that Motu, like, hey, let's make the villains really interesting, and that'll make the show good. I
remember one episode especially where it was Hardware, the little short troll guy with the big backpack on, where everything he needed was up in that backpack, and it showed him breaking into and breaking someone out of a prison. And just all the tools that he pulled, and like he had the guards timed, and he was very efficient, and I was so happy because he was a villain who was good at his job,
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. And get some thing hands. So
why do they keep making new dinosaurs for Jurassic Park?
I don't know, man. Not only that, but like you go into the stores and it takes up like, I don't know, like a 6-foot section.
It's a third of Walmart's toy aisle.
It's crazy.
And dude, it's like, how many times can you make the same movie? And it's like they're leaning more into the monster type movie than they are like a Jurassic Park dinosaur movie.
How many of these did you guys buy for $1,400?
That was like me when I eat too many hot wings.
You pick up a few of them. It's
waist down anyway.
20 inches tall.
I probably have 15 different Godzilla toys. I love Godzilla, but I really like the old Imperial toys. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to move to Hong Kong because every cool thing I loved, if you look on the bottom of it, it said made in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So I thought that place must be crazy,
Yeah, just because they make them there doesn't mean that's what they're
right. Right. I didn't know. I didn't know it was kids my age making them. That's what I didn't know.
Yeah. Those kids hate those toys. They're like, it just reminds me of my 9 to 5.
But all the wacky gags were made in Hong Kong, and the Imperial toys that I loved were made in Hong Kong. But yeah, $1,400 Godzilla collectibles are stupid expensive.
Yeah, I didn't get any of those Godzillas because I had to order a few of these Banes for $3,000.
Oh shit!
I don't think that has good articulation.
Hell, for that,
It's
you
a
could probably get
statue.
Tom Hardy to come say hi.
I don't
I used to
know
wear
who's
a Bane
got
mask.
that kind of money, but it's definitely not me. That's for sure.
I think
I
if
used
you
to wear
buy
a
that,
Bane mask out to the ring.
if you buy that, Tom Hardy sends you a personal thank you note.
That probably makes sense.
He hand delivers it.
This looks pretty cool. This is one of those Sentinel ones.
Now, I mocked those big prices, but I'm still waiting on a Beastman statue from Tweeterhead.
Yeah.
This is going on 3 years now.
Did you get the new Mondo one?
Yeah.
The Beastman, the new one?
Yeah.
The cartoon Beastman?
So you're doing both?
I have a problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're buying Mondo.
It's just this is a. I bought a Mondo Beastman
to customize. Wow.
Because I wanted a red Beastman.
Yeah.
So I have the regular one, and I have my red. I'm still working on him. He's not done, but
that's commitment right there.
He's I wanted.
That's
the
like
red
buying
one.
a dragon to paint.
I don't know who would do that. That's crazy.
I don't either. I don't either. Curtis.
There's
crazy.
nothing wrong with that, Curtis.
Nut
I think
jobs.
you are perfectly reasonable. I'm not saying that because I'm in the same club. I'm just saying that's reasonable.
Curtis, on my, I don't know if you can look it up or not, but on my Facebook, I just recently shared a picture of me walking out to a ring with a Bane mask on.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I used to wear a Bane mask out to the ring all the time.
That's funny. I'll
Just
see if I can
because
pull it up.
it's on my table while Curtis is pulling that up, I will show you a failed experiment.
Oh.
I wanted to make a Slythe-like character out of one of those $10 Godzillas.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the Godzilla body, and I had to modify the heck out of a Origins torso.
Oh wow!
But it doesn't. It's not good enough for me to keep working on. Like, I realize it's not finished, but I'm like, I don't know how much I can polish this turd. It's not good. But I tried. So I have this. I put too much time into it to throw it out, but it's not good enough for me to keep going.
You're
so
stuck.
It sits over there for now.
Break it apart, put it in the fodder bin.
This picture is extremely blurry, but
oh,
whoa!
But there you go.
There you go.
There's Dusty going to the ring.
Nice.
And this was what was your moniker there?
Do what?
What was your name that you came out to the ring to?
Oh, Big Dusty at that time. Yeah.
Gotcha. Did you change your voice to talk like Bane in a movie? It sounded weird to me.
Yeah. More Marvel Legends gamer stuff. Here we go. Let me share this. Because this is the McFarlane take on Godzilla.
Oh no, Basira! Look at Superman's
I saw
face.
those, and that's the weirdest thing. There's also Batman.
Why has he got a wussy on his belly?
And
yeah, they have
Batman versus King Kong.
Yep.
And Flash versus King Kong with a mechanical arm that they called something else.
Titano. Yeah.
That's the one.
And I think they got a Wonder Woman versus Godzilla too. I don't know if I can. If I look up Godzilla, it's gonna pull up a bunch of stuff. But
oh yeah, you'll be all day.
If I pull up McFarlane, it's gonna pull up even more though. So
hey, can you go back to that gorilla-looking one? I can't tell you how many times I've tried to move your mouse with mine, and that doesn't work.
Gorilla-looking one.
Yeah, that one.
This? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Scar King. It's $100 Scar King. Are you out of your Scar King mind?
I remember when these figures would have been $20.
Yeah. This is one of the $15 Scar Kings with the Mondo Beastman head on it.
Oh wow.
that this isn't working for me either. These hands are too big, but I'm 3D printing some smaller hands. But I thought the body shape was good, and it's got decent articulation for something this size.
Yeah, it's not bad. I thought there was a Wonder Woman one, but maybe it's like an exclusive to somebody. I thought there was another, like it was a different version of Godzilla with Wonder Woman, but I could be wrong. I've been known. So bunch of anime stuff. Yeah.
There was a Vecna for Joe.
All right.
Yeah.
Plushy Vecna.
Yeah.
So only because of the way you just scrolled, I just had a flash in my mind of, because there was a Predator toy and you scrolled, and then there was the Stranger Things Demogorgon. Wouldn't a Predator Stranger Things crossover be awesome?
That'd be kind of cool.
Where he's trying to hunt, he's
that.
hunting a Demogorgon, and then a Predator has to go in the upside down. I think that would be really cool.
I'd watch it.
And both of those are probably cheap enough as properties to get done.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing a lot more Predator stuff right now. We got the live action.
I was gonna say there's
animated coming. Yeah.
Yeah, that means they're just giving out the license to a lot of stuff, though. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, but it seems like the Prey that they did went really well. I mean, people seem to like that quite a bit.
Solid film.
Prey was great.
Yeah,
great.
And then I watched the I think the same people that are doing the animated one for that are the ones that did the Terminator animated one, and I thought that one was pretty good.
The Zero.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
I want to bring up K-Dog's other comment. Melodia, Kiss Man.
Yep.
Melodia was cool. She was like a lady rocker with an electric guitar that.
Yeah.
I think it just hurt to hear her play.
She was cool looking though.
Yeah, she looked cool. And she was like right after Windjammer when they like showed the villains.
Yeah.
So he would bang his tuning fork and cause this wind, and then she would rip on her guitar. That's cool.
Yeah, I would love to have her in that line. So that would be cool.
Yeah, Hissman. Wasn't a fan of him. He didn't.
Did you see, Alan, that they announced that DCU, they're going to be doing the Clayface movie, and they said it's going to be an R-rated movie?
No.
I saw that today.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I saw that today.
Kind of interesting.
Did you guys see the Craven movie?
I did. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was great. I don't know why it bombed. It had a lot of really fun moments.
Well,
it bombed because it's Craven, and there's no reason to care about Craven if you're just a fly by the night fan.
At the risk of sounding one-dimensional, I like Craven a lot because he dresses like Beastman.
That makes sense. I don't think him and Beastman would get along though.
They have the same tailor.
I think that nostalgic fans of a property have a problem enjoying something when it's given to them if it's not exactly what they want. And so when it comes to Marvel, I benefit from that because I have no nostalgia to Marvel. I was a DC fan growing up. So when I see a Marvel movie, whether it's from the MCU or from the Sony or whatever, I just watch it for what it is. I'm not expecting it to be something, right? I just am able to watch it and either enjoy it or not enjoy it. And yeah, when I watched Craven, I enjoyed it. Now there may be stuff in there that if I was a Marvel nerd that I would be like, well, this isn't right and that shouldn't be here and they shouldn't do that and this doesn't make sense. But I just watched it and thought it was a fun movie. So that being said, being a DC nerd, when I watch the Superman, I got to try to suspend some of that and just say, okay, try to enjoy this and have fun and just, appreciate it for what it is and not try to go in with a certain expectation to it, which is difficult. So, but yeah, this is the picture for that they put out for the Clayface. So not sure what, but it's going to be a horror film, rated R horror film. So
that's cool. I think that could be very neat.
Yep. So we'll see what that looks like. Should be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see what they do with it.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of did that last Doctor Strange as kind of a horror type film, but I didn't really feel like it was horror, but that's kind of how they sold it. But
they had to shoehorn all the other Marvel Universe stuff into it, so they really couldn't do that.
Yeah.
There was no chance of being standalone because it was Doctor Strange, and he was already so embroiled.
Yeah.
I will tell you, I don't ever want to see another superhero origin movie. Can we just see them start kicking ass like they've been doing it for 10 years? And I just want to see them. Can I just see like Batman's Rough Night? You know what I mean? And it's a 2-hour movie and it takes place in one night and maybe 2 bad guys show up, but it's all the crap that he has to do.
I don't mind like a little like flashback, kind of origin type thing, but like, yeah, starting from scratch I don't need that,
Not with established heroes anyway.
Yeah.
You don't need an origin for every hero that you've known the origin for 30 years.
I'm kind of wondering with this Superman, like with some of the stuff that we've seen with the kaiju and the Wampa and all this kind of stuff, like I'm wondering how much of that is like actually truly like a part of the main movie and how much is just like maybe a montage of all the shit he's been going through, like the things, the stuff that he stopped and helped save the world and stuff.
If it's like, boy, September was weird, and then it's all the montages of the crap that he fought and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a feeling we're going to get something like that.
Because I feel like this, it looks like from this, I mean, the toys that have come out and stuff, that Ultraman's going to play a big part in this. So, but they really haven't shown a whole lot of that in the trailer and stuff. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes.
And what a weird take, but that's kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but I don't know that I'm going to like it. But I'm not a big Superman fan. He's, a little too Boy Scouty for me. But
that's exactly why I like him. For me, it was always like what, like, I don't know, the gritty, heroes and stuff. It's like, yeah, that I already see that kind of stuff on a daily basis as far as like people that are, bad and good and,
you'd really like Brightburn.
Reality. I would like to see something I can, aspire to be kind of thing. So.
Have you seen Brightburn?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I really enjoyed that. It's fucked up, but I really enjoyed that.
I haven't seen it yet. I heard about it when it was coming out.
You especially should definitely watch that movie.
Yeah.
I will do it.
Yeah, it's I mean, we've all seen those like kids, whether it's at a store or whatever, that like their parents just cannot control them. And imagine that kid having Superman's powers. You're right. Like that little freaking jerk kid that you think, man, if their parent could just like smack the shit out of them, they'd be a lot better off, right? Yep. And then they just happen to also have Superman's powers. Not good.
Terrifying.
A toddler with a knife would just kill everybody in the room if it had the strength. You know what I mean? And then it would feel bad about it maybe an hour or two later when it was hungry. But yeah, just the
That's Brightburn.
You don't get the power until you have the mental capacity to handle it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, my wife said something that was, I thought, very prophetic. She said, or at least insightful. That's a better word. She said, none of these superheroes are happy. None of them are happy people. They have all these powers and none of them are happy, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. I can't think of one who's like, I'm a superhero and this is great. All of them have these problems, whether it's low level problems or high level problems or mental problems. And they have superpowers and they can save other people, but their life is a wreck, for one reason or another.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cyclops seems like he's usually pretty happy, except for when Wolverine's around.
I don't know.
Say maybe even the Flash, maybe too.
No.
Yeah, Flash seems like he's maybe having some fun.
No. My favorite, so my friend Dan, I'm not a DC guy at all, right? And we were having a conversation, and I was in a mode where I was kind of frustrated. And he said, "You need to read this Flash." And it talks about, can you, and it's just like a day of him and his thoughts, kind of. And it was, imagine you're in traffic and you're behind somebody who's going slower than you want to go. Now imagine what my life is like. Imagine how I feel. Everyone is going slower than I can go. I have to wait for Batman to think on the same lines as me because he's slow. I have to wait for Superman to turn his head and see the thing that I'm already responding to. And it was like, wow, that would suck to be that fast, but you're stuck in a world that is making you slow down,
Yeah.
You couldn't kiss or make love at the speed you wanted to because someone would die.
I always thought one interesting thing with the Flash character that they've played up in the TV show and the movies and the comics is like he can't get enough calories in to that for what he burns off, right? Like so he's just like constantly eating like nonstop and he can't get enough calorie intake.
They got away from that pretty quick on the show.
I think on the show they did, but in the movies he's still like, every time he goes running fast, like he's got to immediately stop and get something to eat. And I just thought that was an interesting aspect of it. So very cool. Well, we are pushing 2 hours now, and I did a show before this, so I'm getting pretty dang tired.
And I have to teach tomorrow.
Nice.
So I'm up and out at about 7. So
gotcha. Well, I think we held down the fort for a little bit. I think I'm probably going to
a little bit.
But before I do, I'll go around the horn. Nolan, you got anything coming up that people should know about?
Nothing really too much. Just probably be in the chats here and there and watching everybody, supporting everybody, and
very cool.
That's about it, I guess.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in the chats then. And then Alan, it sounds like you got another camp day tomorrow, but anything else, any videos coming up or anything that people should be aware of?
We have a monster camp in July. My Stiltby Studios channel, I have actually picked back up, and I have done a video now for 4 weeks in a row. How to, and it's prop making, it's haunted house stuff, but that's my big channel, I guess, and that is, I'm just really happy to be doing that again, and I'm excited. So it's real hard to pick it back up when you let a week go by. And I know that you're not new to YouTube, but you're kind of new to having your own channel, and you're putting out a ton of content. I was never burned out, but then once you skip a week because you're too busy, It's real easy to skip that next week.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm
I feel
back
that way with painting. Like if I just go, you know what, I'm not going to paint today, right? And then today turns into tomorrow, and tomorrow turns into next week. It is like if I don't force myself to do it, and then I will notice, like with painting anyway, like if I don't do it for a while, I get cranky, and then my wife will go, I think maybe you should be painting right now. And that's her way of saying I'm being an asshole, right? So, yeah.
Today was kind of a rough 12 students, right? And silicone is
Mhm.
very technical as far as you've got to mix A and B in the right. It's mixed by weight,
Yeah.
2-part mold with a core. It's involved. 12 people that I'm teaching, they've never done it before, and everything
Mhm.
has to happen like Thanksgiving dinner. It's all got to be done at the same time.
Yeah.
So rough day. And my wife, on the way here, she turned on the show and she typed in the comments while I drove home. So every
Mhm.
comment you saw until I got on camera was my wife typing for me. And
Nice.
then we pulled into the driveway. And normally this time of night, I would grab the dogs' bowls. I'd help feed the dogs and nighttime stuff, because we
Right.
got home late. And she's like, go to, because this is me time. And I
Mhm.
spent my day kind of giving myself away a little bit.
Yeah.
And I've never been on air with Dusty before, but I've seen him before. So I got to meet Dusty and got to know Dusty a little better. I met Nolan for the first time. This was me time. And now Alan feels recharged. And this was very cool. And that's something,
Awesome.
just like you said, Darla says, hey, maybe you should go paint. That's
Mhm.
my wife kind of shoved me onto the show tonight,
That's awesome.
I look
I
like
did have a question for you, like, because when you were out here and I came in and saw the show out here and stuff, opened my eyes to this whole like haunt industry and stuff. As it gets closer to like Halloween time, do you do anything on your channel to kind of talk about like where people could go for this stuff? Like what are maybe some of the best places for attractions or amusement parks that have really good shows or anything like that?
So, not on my stuff. For the past 6 years, I was
Mhm.
on the Haunted Attraction Association Board of Directors, which
Mhm.
is kind of there's 12 to 16 people who kind of represent haunts from all over the country.
Mhm.
And they do a really good job of posting that type of content. When you do haunts, your whole world is focused on your show because there's
Mm.
so much that has to happen and there's so
Gotcha.
many moving parts in any given night. And I'm in the Dallas, Texas area. I'm in Plano, Texas, Dark Hour Haunted House. Um, we're open like the last weekend in July for a Saturday because we actually have a smaller haunt convention in Texas in DFW
Mm.
called Texas Haunters Convention that weekend. So we're open up that Saturday. Um, and not not really. Now, I might have other haunters on because we do a
Mhm.
lot of teaching and training, and almost every weekend in July and August, I'm
Mhm.
flying somewhere and I'm doing actor training somewhere else in the country. Like,
Mm.
I'm always in North Carolina at one haunt there. I've got one in Maryland this year. We always do. There's one in Iowa that I send people to. I don't go to that one much anymore, but I'm trying to streamline back because I'm getting spread a little too thin. But
Yeah.
there are shows all over,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna talk about haunted houses just for a quick second. There's no
Go ahead.
other event. There's no other event. There's no other entertainment medium where you go in and everybody who goes in with you, you immediately get a little bit closer together. Like you
Mm.
you physically like get a little closer, and then you go through just a bit of an emotional experience.
Mhm.
Every haunted house is different and it reflects the owner, and what's important to them, and you learn what they think is cool, and they share it with you. They have to build a whole world, and I think there's a lot of chance for wonderful art in haunts, whether it's costume or set design, and there are some beautiful shows around the country.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I had no idea that it was as big as it is. And so yeah, I'm kind of as this year is progressing and it's getting closer to that time frame. I'm like, man, I got to find something around here to actually go to and like, because it's one thing to kind of see how the sausage is made, which was really cool, but I've never actually gone to any sort of haunted attraction or whatever.
You should start with the Darkness, which is right in St. Louis.
Yeah,
it's a big show. That owner loves flashy toys.
Mm-hmm.
So he buys a lot of the big new animatronics. What's interesting is that as you go through, you might see something that was new and flashy 6 years ago, and it doesn't really work anymore. It's just kind of moving a little bit, or it stopped moving, and it's in a dark corner. But then you can tell what's new and what he's really excited about, because it's the big new thing, and it's got great sound and lighting, and a whole room is built around it. But then as it goes into obscurity, it gets kind of pushed in a corner or whatever. But it's a very unique show in that it's kind of like walking through a catalog of all the cool haunt stuff that just came out.
That's cool. I'll definitely try to check that out then.
And you have Lemp Brewery near you.
Yeah, that one I've heard people like really get like messed up with that one. Like they don't like that. I don't know the way that it's presented. Whether somebody believes in spirits and ghosts and all this kind of stuff, like people come out of there saying like they were really like messed up in the head coming out of there.
It's an old brewery, and where the haunt is the place underneath where they used to store all the barrels and stuff. So it's almost like caves, is what it is. And so it's a really cool environment. As a haunter, it's not one of the most amazing, but it's an amazing location, And sometimes I will go through the haunted house just so I can see the castle or see the old prison or see whatever that haunted house is.
Gotcha.
And you have Creepy World out there, which is kind of a normal commercial haunted house hayride deal too.
Okay.
But I would say of those three, I think the Darkness is the better choice to see some wow.
I've definitely heard of that. But like I said, I've never been to any of those. So yeah, I might check that out this year. So beautiful.
It's a cool world to get to make things for. It's a fun way to make a living.
Yeah, I mean, as far as day jobs go, you probably have one of the coolest day jobs, if not the coolest. So
it's a good time.
Yeah, for sure. Dusty, what you got coming up? You just buying more Transformer, buying some more blockies?
No, I hope not. Little Legions coloring book coming together pretty good. Going to be available for Legions Con.
That actually kind of the way that you're doing the Little Legions is kind of like those blockies.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like design and stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm looking for inspiration anywhere I can find it.
There you go.
My Wife Is Going to Kill Me live show, Legions Con main event. Put your bets on this guy.
Yeah, hopefully we see your promo tomorrow if they're doing a show.
If they're doing a show, they have it. Whether they show it tomorrow or save it, who knows? You never know with those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, Little Legions.
There you go. Little Legions. So anybody's a Legions fan, he's doing a coloring book in a kind of a more kids style version of Legions, which is, I think they're awesome. Like they're super cool. So for me, I am done traveling for this week. I will be this upcoming week. I'm not traveling. After that, I will be in Wichita and Garden City. So I'll be doing a travel toy video when I'm out there. But for this upcoming week, I'm going to try to knock out some of the exploded figure reviews for Legions. I've got the stuff put together for a video on kind of, assembling, putting some soft good capes on these McFarlane figures. So I'll drop that. And, I don't know, just being on various shows throughout the week. So, but yeah, that's about it. So appreciate everybody that joined in. I know a lot of the normal folks that are on screen are at Joe Fest having a great time. So hope they have another great day out there and a safe trip back. And thank you everybody for stopping in. Before the normal outro, gotta play this first.
Curtis A reached out to me, said make a theme song for my show. Said alright, just give me all the details, man. And my homie says he don't know. Well, if you're gonna pay me big bucks, cause I might should have something to say. He said, you know what I bring, I'm the customizing king, nothing else matters anyway. So is he gonna have guests? Is he gonna go live? What time will it be? What will you see? I'm pretty much in the dark, but I can guarantee
he'll be customizing action figures.